Welcome back, folks, to our penultimate live stream for today, APPEX 2024 Day 2. And these live streams are being brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. Whether it's optimizing processes, enhancing sustainability, or simply delving into the fascinating world of fluid dynamics, Burkert is your trusted partner every step of the way. And we thank them for helping to make these live streams possible. Wayne Robinson, you're back in the host seat. How are you going for the rest of this day?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Grant. Pleasure to be in. A real pleasure to welcome James Windsor to the podcast. Welcome, James.
Yeah, thanks, Wayne. Nice
James Windsor, of course, CEO of Fibre King, one of Australia's oldest, it has to be said, businesses in the packaging industry. It's 98 years this year, isn't it, James?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Fantastic. And you are the son, the great-grandson of the founder.
That's correct, yes.
That's a
fourth generation.
Fourth generation. That's a fantastic story. And at this show, Fibre King, of course, has made a really big announcement that's of significant interest to you and the whole industry.
Yeah, that's correct, Wayne. Our big secret that we were holding over before the show is that we've now acquired Paksmart machinery, and we are really excited to be able to share that with the market and the industry. And it's a really fantastic opportunity for existing Paksmart customers as well as our existing Fibre King customers.
And what was the motivation behind Fibre King acquiring Paksmart?
Yeah, so it obviously started off with Paksmart having an interest to sell. They were looking to retire from the business and looking for a way to keep the business going and the brand that they've built over 20 plus years to continue on and serve the market and not leave their customers in the lurch.
So the portfolio that Paksmart has harmonizes with Fibre King's portfolio, or does it offer your customers new opportunities?
Yeah, very much so. It's an additional. So when I considered the opportunity, it made a lot of sense because their range of equipment is compatible with ours, but not competing. So it allows us to offer the next piece of equipment up the line of production for our clients. And it also allows us to talk with the existing Paksmart customers about the downstream. So
and when you say the upstream, what specifically are you talking about there?
Yeah, so Paksmart's expertise is in cartoning equipment. So taking your bagged products and putting them into a cardboard box. And then once we're in a cardboard shelf box, we will then take that and put it into a wraparound case or an RSC case for shipping. And then obviously we have palletizing and et cetera on the back end. So
so you basically offering a bigger part of the line from one supplier, Fibre King.
Exactly.
It's the way it's works. And of course you're big in case packing and in craft beer, I think, as well, is one of your big markets, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been one of our markets. It's quite a small portion of what we do, but it's one that everyone sort of gathers around because who doesn't like having a beer?
Who doesn't like craft beer? That's right. and James, why do people? 98 years old, you must be doing something right. Why do people buy? Why do they partner with Fibre King for their solutions?
Yeah, so I think it's around our experience. We've got a very good, dedicated team who have got many, many years of knowledge and understanding of the industry and the requirements of our clients. So we'd love to sit down and have a chat with them about what they're trying to do in their production. And our whole purpose is to help them build a better production facility at the end of the day. Our machinery is reliable, it's robust, it stands the test of time, and it still allows flexibility. So. And that's a similar value stream that the Paksmart business has been built on, and that's why it meets up so nicely in terms of the relationship coming together and working with Rodney and Kathy over the last, it's almost been 12 months, I'd suggest, has been fantastic. So really.
And so Rodney and Kathy are now moving away from the business.
They will eventually, but over a period of time, they'll be working with us to ensure that we are able to transfer the knowledge and help work with the existing client.
And will you be keeping most of the staff and keeping the brand, or will it all come under Fibre King and now you'll move all their factory equipment into your factory?
So Paksmart is quite a small operation. So it's Kathy and Rodney and their son. We've offered for the son to come and join our team. We will be taking the business from the Sydney base that it's in now up to our offices in Brisbane. However, we will be still supplying and offering the extended support network that the Fibre King brand offers. So yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, it sounds a good deal for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Certainly for you guys, because you obviously work quite a way upstream with your clients to go to them and offer them solutions rather than just taking an order for a box. Essentially.
Exactly, and it is really about finding those solutions, and this is a great way for us to be able to offer a broader solution to our clients.
Yeah.
And in the past, we would have probably worked with the likes of Paksmart or somebody else in that cartoning range to offer that solution, but now we can do it all in house.
Okay, fantastic. And all your equipment is manufactured here in Australia, is it?
A lot of it is.
Yeah.
We do have our operation in Thailand as well.
Oh, of course, yeah. You've got your Thai operation.
Yeah, that's right. So we have that facility, and we manage the manufacture of equipment between Australia and in Thailand, just depending on requirements, whether it be product specific, whether it be a client recommendation or requirement. Where the client's product doesn't ship well to Thailand for testing. There's a number of reasons why.
Okay.
So we've got that flexibility.
Yeah, for sure. Well, James, it's been great talking with you. This brief chat about Fibre King. It's an exciting acquisition. Moving forward, 98 years. You're obviously still thinking about moving forward for the next number. 98, but certainly for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got a clear plan, haven't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're really excited to celebrate our 100-year anniversary in 2026. It's unfortunate it's not going to line up with a fantastic show like APPEX. It's 2027, but we'll definitely be flying the 100-year flag in 2027. And
yeah, for sure.
I
mean, there can't be many companies actually as we look around here that have been around for almost 100 years.
No, it's really interesting to look back over the history of the business and all the different industries we've been in, and the ability to identify and pivot into new opportunities has been fantastic over that number of years. And other competitors who haven't been so nimble or agile have fallen by the wayside in some instances. So it's a real feather in our cap.
You would say that's part of the reason for your longevity, the ability to not stand still, not sit on your laurels, but always be considering the dynamics that are going on around you and moving to meet them.
Absolutely. So if you look at our booth here, our stand, we have now like 3 iconic brands. So Paksmart, APPEX Automation, and Fibre King. And the Fibre King portion is the FMCG, case packing, palletizing, conveying system side. APPEX Automation is our crate handling range, which is mostly used in the fresh produce sector. And then we've got a range of meat handling equipment, which does fall under the Fibre King banner as well. And now the Paksmart brand, which is cartoning and what have you. So across those market segments that we operate in, even when we have a slowdown in one, the other ones might be coming up and vice versa. So we have a way of leveling out our
and I guess you
streams.
leverage the knowledge that you gain developing systems for those different markets across all those markets as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting because some industries have a completely different theory around how they operate machinery. Some, a lot of our clients are bringing produce together and creating a recipe and actually, really finessing what they do. And then we've got other industries that are disassembling things and doing what they need to do there. So when you get into those sorts of markets, your machinery needs to be robust.
Which yours is.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, James, it's been a pleasure talking to you and catching up on the story. Just one final thing I wanted to say. You mentioned earlier to me before we started the podcast, your father is writing a book on the history of Fibre King.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll be launching that in 2026. So he's running through all the different generations and all the different years of the business and really reflecting on where we've come from and where we're going. And it's fantastic that he's being able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do it myself because I don't have that connection to the first generation. And he's been able to go and interview past employees, descendants of others in the business and really find out like all the information around the ins and outs. And it'll be a really good read, I believe. So, and fantastic to have that captured in print.
It will obviously be a snapshot of the industry, not just Fibre King, obviously, but the industry it's operated in over the past 100 years and the way things were done at that time. In the past, 100 years ago was at 1926 it started. So between the wars and now, it's a totally different period we're in now than the war years and the years of austerity.
There'll be references to a lot of the different partners that we've had during the time, and we've worked with a lot. And one of the main ones was Amcor having a 50% ownership in the business for 20 years there in the middle. So and still having a good relationship with Opal now. And it'll be interesting to read about the ins and outs of how Fibre King and originally R.L. Windsor have
Yeah, that's right. Well,
weaved their way through the industry.
yeah, it'd be a great business story because we all know in business, it's a tricky business being in business, and the people that succeed over a long period, well, we all want to learn from that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right, James, thanks so much for coming on to the podcast, the PKN Packaging News podcast from APPEX. It's been a pleasure to have you.
Thanks, Wayne. Appreciate it.
Thanks, James. Thanks, Wayne. And thanks everyone who's tuned in to this live stream, as with all the other live streams brought to you by Burkert, where innovation meets inspiration. We'll have one more live stream before the end of today, so stay tuned to this channel.